everybody. It has been a while since I've been live on my Facebook, but I'm coming on tonight to share a story. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Krista Hachey. I am a director with Monat in Canada, from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I am a teacher. My career is in education, and I've been a teacher for about 12 years now. I'm just going to share my journey with you, the reasons why I started my business, and what has happened for me over the last 3 years. I'm going to keep it as brief as possible, but hi guys. But if I can, reach someone that maybe needs to hear this, then I've accomplished my task for the night. Hi guys. Okay, so let's see. My oldest daughter is 5. You guys, hi Trina. And being a teacher, so rewind about 6 years. Being a teacher, you guys, was all I knew. If someone were to ask me, hey, tell me about yourself, I would say, I'm Krista and I'm a teacher, right? That's basically my identity was a teacher, okay? So when I had my daughter and I became a mom and I was off for a year on mat leave, I remember going back to work, and that is a huge adjustment. So any moms out there know that that's a huge adjustment. And I remember leaving for work before my daughter woke up and coming home and only having about an hour with her until I had to get her ready for bed. And, that's fine. That happens to a lot of parents. But I just remember thinking holy crap, that sucks. This sucks. I am only seeing my kid for an hour a day. And funny story, I actually went back to work pregnant with my second baby. So while I was coming home from work and only seeing Ellie an hour a day, I was also pregnant. And guys, when I was 26 weeks, I went to the hospital and we had an idea that I was going to have my son very prematurely. It was a really scary time for us, but I remember going almost straight from school and being in the labor and delivery room with my husband. I spent a lot of time there, not actually having the baby, just trying not to have the baby. And it was really scary. And I remember thinking, we don't know what's going to happen here. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but it was like a flash in time for me of realizing how important time is and how precious time is. And I remember saying to my husband, Mike, whatever happens here, because we didn't know what was going to happen. I don't want to work full time when my kids are small. This is my family. This is what's important to me. I just had this weird feeling. I don't want to live my kids' younger years like this. And, first of all, you guys, I had to work. Okay. We had a ton of student loans. We had a lot of debt. Me not working full time was not an option. And my husband, who has a wife who is not very pregnant, but trying to keep a baby in, was just okay, honey. Yep. Okay. Whatever you say. In the meanwhile, he's thinking you need to work. You can't not work. So I tell that part of my story because I knew what I needed, but I didn't even know Monat existed yet, you guys. Monat was not a word that I even knew what it meant. I knew of network marketing. I knew that women could be very successful. And I saw all these people, or women in particular, being very successful and being, growing these amazing businesses. And I remember thinking, well, man, that's so cool. And I would look up to these women. I never had anything against network marketing. I just didn't think it was for me. And I remember thinking that is amazing for them, but not for me. I could never do that. I could never do that. Okay. So saying to my husband, I know what I need right now in my life, and I know how precious time is, and I cannot do this 1 hour a day with my children business. Okay. It was just where my job was. It just wasn't working. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Barrett was born. He's our second child. He was born at 27 weeks, very premature. We spent a lot of time in the NICU. We spent a lot of time at medical appointments. A year passed, and in that year, when Barrett was about 6 months old, something happened. I saw my friend posting about Monat, okay? And I didn't even want the business. I had like a 20-month-old at home and Barrett, who was like 4 months, like it was not happening. I wasn't ready for a business, but I was thinking I didn't like my shampoo as much as she likes her shampoo. Tried the products and my gut was screaming at me. And thank heavens for my intuition, you guys, because my intuition has changed my life and it has changed so many other people's lives because I listened to my gut. Changed my kids' lives, okay? So something said, Krista, you need to do this. You need to do this business. And you guys, I actually started the business so I could make $200 a month because we were broke. We were paying for student loans. I didn't have any money after my EI came in for my mat leave. I literally had to ask Mike for gas money. Like I was used to being independent and having money, and I didn't have that. I was like, wow, if I can make $200, that'd be great. Okay. So, all right, let's see where I am. Started my business, knew that I was going to be successful, but I had no idea what that looked like, you guys. And I was full of passion and determination. I don't know what came over me, but I was sick of saying that's good for them and not for me. Why not me? Why not me? Why not my family? Why can't I do this to change my family's life, right? Why not me? Why do we say that to ourselves? I started this business. I love the product. I had a fierce determination and I ran with it. Within 4.5, 5 months, I ranked to the car rank, which I never in a million years pictured myself driving a car that my company pays for ever. That was within 5 months. I still didn't believe it was true. Within 9 months, I ranked to director. Okay. And I'll tell you what director meant to me, you guys. Within 9 months, I ranked to director. And what that meant, I will never forget. I didn't want to go back. Oh boy. I didn't want to go back to work after my maternity leave because Barrett was still not hitting his milestones, okay? He was not hitting his milestones. He wasn't walking. He wasn't standing. He wasn't doing all the things that a regular 12-month-old would do. Of course he wasn't. He was born so early. We still had lots of medical appointments. I wasn't ready. All of my gut, like my mama instinct, I wasn't ready to go back to work. But my husband was just encouraging me. You're a teacher. That's what you do. Like you're going back to work. The night I hit director, this is all bringing it back. The night I hit director, my husband came. I was putting the kids to bed, and my upline, Brian, actually posted on Facebook before he knew I hit director, and he came to me and he said, you can request a leave of absence from your work. And the freedom and the relief that brought to me and my family and that moment in time. Not that I don't love being a teacher. At that moment in time, I needed to be home with my son, with my kids. And this business allowed me that opportunity, okay? I was able to take a leave of absence from my teaching career for 1.5 years. I returned last year in a 10% job share. And this year I returned full time. And I can tell you, working because you want to and because that is your passion is completely different than going to work every day because you have to pay your bills if you don't. I love my job more today now than I did any days that I taught before, okay? Not only did Monat provide me with that freedom to stay home with my family when I was needed the most, now to explain how far my son, my family has come, because I was able to take Barrett to speech, to take Barrett to physio, to take him to all of his appointments. Because I was able to be there, he has grown tremendously. And I feel like I am ready to transition back to my job. I felt that months ago. So I went back to work feeling amazing instead of going back to work feeling stressed out, okay? Is working a business easy? No, but this business is the ticket to financial freedom, to emotional freedom, I am a true believer that money does not buy happiness. Financial, material things are not going to make me happy, but I can tell you one thing, the lack of money, the stress that no money can cause on people is not healthy. Okay, having money doesn't make you happy, but not having money and being stressed about it and having financial stress in your life is such a burden. To not have that burden, it is like a key that literally unlocks your life. I have no idea what my notes said, but not only has this business allowed me to return back to work when I want to, it's allowed us to pay off every bit of student loan that our family has, allowed us to pay off our debt, allowed us to build a home in our dream neighborhood, all because I listened to my intuition and because I stopped telling myself that it was good for other people, but not for me, okay? And the fact that I was able to get over myself because getting over myself allowed me to provide my family and my kids with what they needed is a pretty powerful thing, right? I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to try to keep it short. But, I just want to leave with the idea that, having a side business, having a side income, everyone does it for different reasons. And I just want you to think about, what's your backup plan? What's your backup plan? If something were to happen tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, and you didn't feel emotionally that you could go to work every day from 8 to 5, do you have a backup plan? Because I can tell you guys, 5 years ago, I didn't have a backup plan. And I sat in, or before, almost 4 years ago now, and I sat in that labor and delivery room thinking, this isn't right. Something's not right. I can't do this right now. And I think it took that, really worrying about what was going to happen to make me realize how precious time is. And I'm so, so grateful that I had that time that I needed. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys all for watching. There's so much great that can be done, and this business is such a powerful thing. So thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, thanks.